When I posted my very first YouTube video back in 2011, I thought maybe a handful of people would see it. I was searching for someone who understood what it was like to grow up with an alcoholic parent like me. But what happened instead? That simple act of hitting upload ended up changing my entire life, for real. Hi, I'm Jody Lamb. I'm an author, educator, and speaker helping adult children of alcoholics like me to heal and create joyful lives. I created a free guide to help you get started on your own healing journey. You can grab it through the link in the description below. So why did I share my story on YouTube to begin with? At the time, back in 2011, I was at the very beginning of my healing journey. I had read all the clinical books from the experts, which are very smart, important books, but I wanted something different. I wanted to hear from a regular person like me. I wanted to hear from someone who had lived through what I'd lived through and was figuring out how to heal, or had even figured it out. I wanted to find more people like I'd met in Al-Anon and ACA support group meetings. But when I couldn't find those voices online, I thought, well, I could share my own, and maybe it'll be a way to pay it forward like the people in the support group meetings did. I felt nervous, unsure, but hopeful as I hit record and put my story out into the world on YouTube. Through that, I discovered the power of authentic story sharing. Because here's the thing, healing doesn't happen in isolation. When we tell the truth about what we've been through without polish, without trying to sound perfect, it's like opening a window in a very dark room. Authentic stories help us feel seen. They give us words for feelings we've carried silently for years, perhaps our whole life. I've had people write to me saying, I finally understood myself because of what you said. Or I shared your video with my sister and for the first time she got it. Or I never thought I'd go to therapy, but I did and my life is way better. Or for the first time in my life, I don't feel so broken because of the story you shared. Every time we open up and share, we are not only healing ourselves by getting everything we have inside out there, we are helping other people. That's the ripple effect of story. Authentic stories don't just communicate facts, they communicate humanity. They remind us we are not broken and we are not alone. I realized video is so powerful. It's almost like travel. You can connect deeply with someone who is completely across the world. Watching someone on camera feels like sitting across from them in a coffee shop. You notice the little details, the tone of their voice, a smile that humanizes the story and creates intimacy. Here's what I love. You don't need fancy equipment to do this. You don't need a studio or an expensive camera. All I had when I started sharing on YouTube was a basic setup with my phone. And honestly, that's all you need. You just need a phone with a camera. People don't come to YouTube looking for perfect lighting or flawless edits. They come looking for real. And real comes through no matter what you record on. Let me share about the connection that I found on YouTube. When I finally pressed upload on that first video, I had no idea who, if anyone, would watch it. But I felt freer just by sharing it. Amazingly, almost immediately comments started coming in. People said I thought I was the only one, or that's exactly how I feel, or thank you for putting words to my story. And they came from different countries, backgrounds, even languages. But I saw the experience of growing up in alcoholism united us, and suddenly I was connected to people I would have never met otherwise. That connection was healing for me, and for them too. It was as impactful as all of the Al-Anon and ACA support group meetings I had attended, but I had instant access to it through YouTube. This sharing completely changed me. It gave me courage. Every video I uploaded chipped away at the shame and silence about how I grew up my whole life. It gave me purpose. Suddenly, my painful past wasn't just painful, it was useful. I could help people. And it gave me hope because I could see that healing wasn't just possible for me, it was possible for all of us. Every inspiring story shared and every comment of encouragement reminded me that in this massive world, we had the ability to help each other. It inspired me to share more videos about my personal experience as an adult child of an alcoholic and what I was learning. It also inspired me to start blogging and sharing on social media. This led to me writing books, bringing a joy of writing I had long forgotten. My life totally changed, you guys. I really believe that YouTube made this happen, like YouTube in particular. It's why I believe in it. Social media platforms are great, but they're designed for scrolling, and posts like vanish in hours. But YouTube is a search engine, and there are people watching my videos from back in 2011. They come to YouTube looking for answers, for healing, for connection. And that means a video you upload today could reach someone 5 years from now at exactly the moment they need it most. That's not just powerful. I swear this sounds hokey, but it feels magical. Thinking about you, if you've ever thought my story doesn't matter, let me tell you it does. Someone out there is waiting to hear your words, waiting to feel that spark of recognition that tells them they are not alone. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to be willing to share. And that's how healing spreads. That's how lives change. Let me know in the comments, has something someone shared on YouTube changed your perspective or even your life? Has it given you clarity about what to do to change your life? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you'd like to go deeper on your own healing journey, I'd love to stay connected with you. Sign up for my free guide to get started on your healing journey, and you'll receive my other emails. That link is in the description. We do not have to do this alone. That is the gift of community. Thank you for spending time with me. YouTube brought us together, and I will always be grateful for that. Remember, healing is possible. Your story matters, and you never know whose life you might touch by sharing it. See you in the next video.